Order of operations. Okay, so first thing we got to know about order of operations, we got this little PEMDAS, right? So the saying that you kind of learn in school about PEMDAS is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So everybody had to learn that at one time or another, and so that's just a little saying to help you remember it. And what it actually stands for, though, is the order in which we're going to solve our problems. And so the P is for parentheses, and then exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So you got to know this order, otherwise we will come up with weird answers. So let's start off. We got 7 squared plus 3 times 5. Okay, so we said parentheses was first and exponents were second, right? So we look inside our parentheses and we have just the 7, so there's nothing else to do. So, okay, we move on to the next step, which is exponents, right? We got an exponent right here, 7 squared, so that's 49. And then we're just going to write everything else out. Don't try to do too much at once. Okay, so we have 49 plus 3 times 5. Now, if you went and just solved it left to right, you would get yourself in trouble, right? So try to remember, right? Exponents was second, third was multiply, right? So we carry this 49 down, and we're multiplying 3 times 5, and that's 15. Okay. There's no division. All that's really left is to add. 49 plus 15 is 64. Now to show you how you can get into trouble if you just went left to right, if you went right here and you just went left to right. So if you just did 49 plus 3, then you'd get 52, right? And if you multiplied that by 5, you would get 260. Right? So while the actual answer is 64. So that is the reason why we have to make sure we do these things in order and not just go left to right. Okay. So that was a fairly straightforward order of operations question, but still easy enough to mess up if you forget about PEMDAS. Okay, so with this next one, let's look at this one. So we've got -5 times 7 plus 6 plus 12 divided by 4. We got a few more things to do here. All right, so let's remember our PEMDAS, right? So first thing is inside the parentheses, we have that 7 plus 6, right? So everything else will leave the same. There's our -5. 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 12 divided by 4. Okay. So what do we do next? Exponents, right? So we don't see any exponents here, so we'll just move on to the third step, which is multiply. Okay, so we have this -5 times 13. So -5 times 13 is -65. And again, don't go fast. Take your time. People who go fast mess these things up. Plus 12 divided by 4. And what I mean by don't go fast is just do the one step that you're supposed to do and just carry all the rest of the numbers right down there. Okay. So the next step is to divide, right? So that means our next thing is going to be, we'll still carry this -65 down here, and 12 divided by 4 is 3, right? So -65 plus 3, and that equals -62. Try to remember when you're adding 3 to -65, it's -62, not -68. If that's confusing, take a look at our video on number lines and I'll help you out. All right, that's all we got to know for this one. Hope it helped. See you in the next video.